7 seasons have come and gone since Fortnite Battle Royale released to the world, and we are currently in the middle of our 8th season as we speak. And well, to put it bluntly, Epic Games and the Fortnite crew show no signs of slowing down anytime soon. Perhaps a few years down the road, we could even be seeing Season 20 of Fortnite about to launch, which would be pretty crazy to say the least. But as far as our 8 seasons we've seen so far go, which ones stood out and which ones were lackluster? Today we answered that exact question, and the best and worst spots may be pretty surprising to a few of you. What's up guys, and welcome back to the Simply Fortnite channel, and thanks for stopping by. If you are new here, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications on, and if you enjoyed the video, definitely drop a like rating on it. And now, let's take a look at all of the Fortnite seasons and rank them from worst to best. For the sake of this video, the number 8 spot is going to be the worst season in our opinion, and number 1 is obviously going to be the best. That said, feel free to let us know your list and thoughts on our list down in the comments below. Now without further ado, let's get into ranking the Fortnite seasons. Number 8, Season 5. Season 5, where we saw the theme of Worlds Collide, was quite honestly one of the most bland and downright confusing seasons we've ever seen in Fortnite history. Coming hot off the heels of Season 4, Season 5 had some very high expectations, pretty much none of which were actually met. The seasonal storyline wasn't anything crazy, and frankly, I still don't really understand it outside of the rifts allowing for bad things to come to the islands, I guess. And on top of that, the Enforcer skin, the secret challenge-based skin for Season 5, also didn't really seem to add that much to the grand plot scheme, which was pretty unusual seeing as the Blockbuster skin played a huge role in Season 4, AIM played a huge role in Season 6, and the Prisoner followed suit in Season 7. With that, Season 5 and its lackluster storyline and rather confusing story arc is the worst season and kicks off the list in the number 8 spot. Number 7, Season 6. Season 6, like Season 5, definitely was not anything too crazy. For one, it brought back the monsters or the zombies during the Fortnitemares event, which, well, caused a lot more harm than good. Season 6's storyline was also pretty weird, as the Battle Pass felt like it really didn't have anything to do with the storyline outside of just being, real spooky. Season 6 was instead more so based around Kevin the Cube and his progression as the driving force behind the floating cube islands. Of course, we did see the butterfly event happen during Season 6, but outside of that, Season 6 left a pretty bitter taste in the mouths of many, and certainly wasn't anything too crazy or too exciting. Number 6, Season 1. The very first season of Fortnite Battle Royale was certainly fun, but in all honesty it was nothing to write home about, thus its spot here in the middle of the pack on our list. Season 1 didn't really have a storyline, so there wasn't a whole lot to follow there, and it also didn't really have a battle pass, but instead more so a combination and mashup of what would eventually be the battle pass and also the item shop. However, Season 1 is what got Fortnite on the map, and without Season 1, there wouldn't be a Season 2, 3, 4, etc, etc. I mean, you gotta start somewhere, and for what it's worth, Season 1 was a solid starting point. It wasn't too bad, it was simple, it was straight to the point, but at the same time, it wasn't nearly as crazy or nearly as exciting as what we've seen in other seasons, so it lands at the number 6 spot. Number 5, Season 3. Season 3 was quite honestly a pretty innovative season. It added in things like the weekly challenges, which gave players something to grind out on a weekly basis, keeping the game feeling a lot more fresh and a lot more alive on a week-to-week schedule, alongside additional Battle Pass tiers, which definitely helped the longevity of the Battle Pass big time. Season 3 was also when Fortnite really started to take off and reach new peaks in terms of player counts, view counts on YouTube and Twitch. It's really just when Fortnite started to blow up, if you will, thus it is considered a pretty solid season in the eyes of many. Number 4, Season 8. Landing at the halfway point, we have Season 8, which we're currently about halfway through, but so far this season has turned out to be very promising with all of the weekly updates, new items, and storyline progression we've seen so far. Of course, the map change this time around was a huge one and much needed as well, and really shook things up for the greater good in my own opinion. Our Battle Pass content might have been a little bit lackluster, but I feel like that's been made up for with the updates we've seen so far, including the addition of the new Baller vehicle and the Flintlock pistol, alongside a few other smaller updates too. The storyline has also been pretty interesting to follow, as we currently have a very mysterious helicopter roaming about the map. We also have got a Kraken monster on the verge of attacking the islands, and on top of all of that, there's also a volcano that's ready to erupt at any given moment. And I think it's safe to say the remainder of Season 8 is going to be very, very exciting. Number 3, Season 7. Season 7, our most recent season of Fortnite, is easily one of the coolest, pun intended, seasons of Fortnite we've ever experienced, simply due to its storyline. Of course, planes were a subject matter that I was not really a big fan of, but outside of that, Season 7 was incredibly intriguing. We had 2 different live events in the Ice Storm event and the Marshmallow Concert that were absolutely huge, specifically the Marshmallow Concert, which saw over 10 million live unique viewers, which was just quite honestly insane and completely surprising, but nonetheless really, really cool to witness. On top of all of that, the ongoing map updates regarding the Ice Castle and Polar Peak and the Fire King were also really cool to witness on a week-to-week basis, and to top it all off, the ongoing battle between the Ice King and the Fire King was certainly interesting to see unfold, and all of the storyline progression we saw all season long was definitely a big step up from the previous 2 seasons, that being seasons 5 and 6, which really had very poor storyline progression when it comes to the grand scheme of things. So, with that said, Season 7, you're taking home the bronze medal. Number 2, Season 2. Fortnite Season 2 lands in the number 2 spot, primarily due to its innovation and updates that it brought to the game. Season 2 was when we originally saw the debut of the official Battle Pass, which stood separate from the item shop and included all of these different specific items within it for one set price, rather than the item shop and Battle Pass combination that I mentioned that we saw back in Season 1. Season 2 also saw the first ever major map update to the Fortnite Island, which introduced places like Junk Junction, Haunted Hills, Snobby Shores, Shifty Shafts, and most notably, and probably everybody's favorite, Tilted Towers to the map. This update in and of itself was one of the most impactful and progressive updates in Fortnite history, solely based on the addition of Tilted Towers alone, and thus Season 2 has landed in the number 2 spot and will be taking home our silver medal. Number 1, Season 4. Ladies and gentlemen, it has all led up to this. Here we have taking home the gold medal and the best Fortnite season award, Season 4. This season in and of itself was revolutionary in a handful of different ways. Season 4 was the very first season to implement a secret challenge-based skin in the Blockbuster or Visitor skin, making the weekly challenges a lot more worthwhile. Of course, every single season since Season 4, we've actually seen a new secret unique skin added in associated with the challenges, which is always something that players love to grind out, myself included. And because of all of this starting back in Season 4, we've seen things like the Enforcer skin, the Aim skin, and most recently, the Fire King, aka the Prisoner skin. And of course, this season we have the Discovery skin, or the Discovery Challenges, which will unveil yet another secret challenge-based skin that will inevitably play a major role in the Season 8 going into Season 9 storyline. Season 4 also introduced the upgradable and customizable skins with Carbide and Omega, which quite honestly was a monumental thing in terms of customization, because now every single season we're seeing more and more customizable skins, which personally add a huge grind factor to the game and keep it feeling fresh and fun. Season 4 was also the very first time we saw a live in-game event with the rocket launch, which really put Fortnite out there in a league of its own. And on top of all of this, we also saw one of the biggest moments in gaming history happen during Season 4 with the Marvel x Fortnite crossover event, which brought the Infinity Gauntlet limited time mode into the game and allowed players to play as Thanos from Avengers Infinity War in-game. All things considered, Season 4 was not only huge for Fortnite, but also huge for gaming in general, and hands down in my book, it's the best Fortnite season we've ever seen. And there you guys have it. Those are all of the Fortnite seasons ranked from worst to best. Do you guys agree with this list? Let us know down in the comments below. And while you're at it, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to drop a like on it, give it a big old thumbs up. And of course, if you are brand new here to the Simply Fortnite channel, and you like what you see, you'd like to stay up to date with everything Fortnite related, definitely consider subscribing with your post notifications turned on. That way you'll always know when a new video goes live. With that being said, that does effectively wrap things up for today. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and we'll see you guys on the battle bus. Peace out.